This is not the police, everybody. This is episode number 53 of the Unknown Games podcast, where you may or may not find out that we are the police, but this isn't the police. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. I don't actually know what I mean. But like I said, welcome to the show, everyone. And if you're a longtime listener or a first-time joiner, not like a caller, but, you know, we're glad to have you here, and we're glad that you're listening week in, week out, and we hope you're entertaining your ears because, well, your entertainment and your value is worth it to us. And by us, I'm talking about myself, Adrian, and my one and only, I guess he's an animal technically, Alex, the Game Duck.
Hey, what's up? I'm the Game Duck.
And I forgot your biography, but we've fleshed it out enough to know that you are like a fowl that has like found games and started playing them. And you're X amount of years old that we don't know, but that's common in a lot of games.
Yeah, I'm a waterfowl.
It's just like, I'm a waterfowl. But hey, it's a great episode today because once again, we got in the third chair. We've got another special guest, someone that you haven't heard or haven't seen before. Of course, you haven't seen him before, but yeah, someone new that I'm kind of happy to introduce. We got a friend of the show, Scott. Hi, Scott. Scott's shy. there's like an infinite just silence. So
is he?
I don't know. Is he?
Sorry about that.
Are you muted? Are you muted?
No. It was just push to talk. Sorry.
Oh,
it wasn't picking up my key.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Funny.
Yeah. Okay, hi everyone.
Yeah. Don't restart. Don't edit that. We're leaving that.
Yeah. Just leave that in.
We're gonna leave that in.
Good like, first impression.
It's like, oh yeah, we got a special guest here, Scott. Cricket's chirping.
Hey. Yeah.
So yeah. Welcome to the show, my friend, and thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem.
This is where we got you here because we're talking about this Genshin Impact, and I know a lot of people have been on it. A lot of our listeners have definitely been playing it. I've been playing a little bit of it. I think Alex has been playing a wee bit more of it, and then you've been playing like crack edition of it. So we're going to be looking forward to hearing your opinions on that. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself. But first, I got to remind everyone, hey, go ahead and follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at UGP_cast. You can also rate this episode on iTunes. It does help us. Rate us a 5 stars. No 4 stars, only 5. And
He'll kill you if it's 4 stars. He'll find out.
See, you don't know if we're the cops or not. I told you at the beginning of the episode, it all connects. And you can leave a voicemail on our Anchor page at anchor.fm/UGPcast. There's a button. You can also donate to buy me a Switch. I'm keeping that alive, everybody. So anyways, share it with your friends, talk about it. And now we're going to hop into the episode. I wanted to introduce Scott to everyone. So Scott, can you tell us a little bit like where you're from originally, maybe what you do and where you are now, and I don't know, your favorite anime or game kind of thing?
Oh yeah. So my name's Scott, like we said a few times already, but I'm originally from the United States and I'm currently living in Tokyo. Really got into anime like back during the what is it? Like
what
Gundam
era?
Wing and Dragon Ball and
like Toonami.
Yeah, Toonami essentially.
I was gonna be like, what era of anime did you get into?
But yeah, pretty much like the Toonami era that really introduced you to all those like sort of like battle anime or whatever. But yeah, probably it's a bit like cliche to say, but probably Cowboy Bebop was like probably my favorite of all times. Like there's a lot of good newer stuff out too, but like I can just go back and rewatch that like every month and it's still like really rewarding. But yeah. So really being into Bebop, Samurai Champloo, that kind of stuff. As far as games go, like I'm really big into MMO. I started back on, what was it? Probably my first MMO, if you want to call it an MMO, was back on Dreamcast, like Phantasy Star.
Oh yeah,
Phantasy
PSO.
Star Online.
Nice.
Yeah, PSO. I remember like making like a bunch of like fake Earthlink accounts to get like free internet or something at the time.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
is Earthlink still around? Is that service still here?
I'm not too sure, but that was what I used back like in like what, like middle school or grade school or whatever.
That is funny. That's like the that would be like going to a store and taking all the AOL like
Yeah,
CDs.
taking all the AOL
Yeah.
CDs. Yeah.
Just taking and they mailed them. Oh goodness, they used to mail those to my house so much. I'm like, I don't have internet, guys. I can't do it. Anyways,
We also had AOL in Canada, but I don't think it took off very much.
you had America Online in Canada.
In Canada, yeah.
There's something about that sounds weird, like America
Oh, yeah,
Online in Canada.
The Canadian version, yeah.
Canada Online.
Yeah, I mean, I guess CAL didn't work out very well.
Cow.
COL, so Cole? Yeah.
Coal. Oh man. So, but yeah, MMO games, and that kind of fits
Yeah.
with kind of like how we know you as a gamer as well, kind of playing those games, and of course, like the Souls games. I know.
Yeah,
you-
yeah. I'm
you're-
still like really big into action, like RPGs in general. Well, most of my time has been spent in MMOs, like what is it, like Final Fantasy 11, Guild Wars 2, that kind of stuff. But yeah. Other stuff like Dark Souls and anything Souls like Bloodborne, that kind of stuff is all really like high up on my my like tier list as well.
the gaming tier. And then I guess before we move on, I just got to ask you, because we talk about our Japanese food obsessions here. You got a favorite Japanese food?
Um, I I don't know. Like okonomiyaki is probably like pretty high up there for me.
The
Um,
strange pancake
yeah,
thing.
it's just you just put whatever the hell you want in there, and then it's like just so good. You can make it whatever you want.
What's the weirdest thing you put in okonomiyaki?
I guess mochi. Like I don't really put a lot of weird stuff in there, but mochi, I
Yeah,
don't
mochi's
think
decent
people.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's pretty good.
it like melts kind of? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It does
Yeah.
kind of melt. It's not like chewy or anything. It's kind of it's a little bit different texture. I think like my favorite thing to put on okonomiyaki is still mayonnaise, because
It's not an ingredient though. It's not how you mix that in first.
no,
That's,
you just need the mayo. I don't care what else is on it. It could be
that's so gross.
No,
It's like
I
a-
never put mayo on it, man.
Oh.
Like
So you would just do batter, cabbage, and then mayo? Like that's all you would
look,
use?
Put that batter on it, put that cabbage, let it fry, and then just spray all the mayo on it that
That's
you want,
so
and then
so gross.
you
That's
can
so
have it.
disgusting.
You can have it your way.
That's so gross.
Okay. Well, you know what's
we'll agree to disagree on this one.
Oh man, well my current thing has been eating like a whole box of Easy Mac, so I can't front anybody. I'm a horrible I'm a horrible person. I blame myself. But before I blame myself any further, let's hop into Genshin Impact, because I know that you both are playing it, and I guess I'll give like a little overview of the game for anyone who's curious or just hasn't seen it or anything like that. But Genshin Impact is coming from MiHoYo. I hope I said them right. It's the studio that's making the game, and it's on PlayStation 4, iOS, Android, and Windows, featuring cross-play between all of them, and there is cross-save between all of them except for the PS4 version. The game itself is an action action RPG. I don't know if we can call it a JRPG. I guess heck we can. And it's set in a fantasy world. The graphics or the art style is super Breath of the Wild inspired, as everyone has been kind of drawing comparisons there. But overall, it's pretty much a single player RPG with a lot of content in it. There is a gacha element as well, since this game is on mobile phone or mobile devices. But the world is beautiful. It's got I think there's 2 big areas right now in the game map in terms of like places you can go, but within those areas, there's multiple kind of areas in there. And one of the bigger features after that is you can do 4-player like cross-play co-op for, I guess, just encounters or challenges towards the end of the game. And then after that, I just got to mention that the main thing about the battle system is it's all elemental based. All the characters are essentially one of the elements, or one of the 7 elements, and that plays against what you need to take into battle to beat other enemies. So there we go. There's 20 plus characters, and they'll be adding more because, hey, you got to get that gacha money. Hopefully, I don't know. Did I miss out anything? Is that about it? Anything you guys want to add?
No, I mean I think that
that's-
covers it pretty
Yeah,
well.
that's the game, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because I was reading straight off the website, improvising. Thank you guys for making that great website. Their website is great, actually. So I just wanted to ask, like, How long have each of you been playing?
I'm like super addicted to it right now. So like I've probably been playing like upwards of like 2 or 3 hours a day. More so on the weekends.
So pretty much just like you're really just playing that every day now.
Yeah. At least for now. I haven't really been playing anything else.
Yeah, I think it's a good lull in the game schedule. Like I actually tend to look at the release schedule every month, and October's so light. It's so light this month that like there's honestly nothing to play.
Yeah.
So it's coming at a good time.
Yeah, it's coming out at a good time. I think it released on the 28th of September, so it's still really relatively new. But
It's
everyone,
like a week old, yeah.
yeah, everyone who's been playing it has been like, I've been watching streams and people just grinding. I mean, if you love, anime culture and just waifus, and I don't think there's a lot of like guy characters in the game, but there's a
There's
lot.
like a couple.
there
There's
are.
like a dude or two.
There's actually
yeah.
a decent amount, yeah.
Yeah, you have to literally say a dude or two because that's literally like three or four.
Well,
of
I
them.
mean, have you? I mean, that's no different than Honkai Impact, which has 0 playable males, and like 2 dudes in the story. So like,
You guys are gonna get me going like, I want my guys in the
There-
game.
There's actually a pretty good balance right now. Like looking at it right now, there's like 14-9 or so as far as the ratio goes, as
Okay.
far as the numbers go. So it's actually not too
Oh,
bad.
that's not too bad.
A lot of them are.
it's leaning
yeah.
towards the females, but yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah. Pretty much all of like the male characters are locked behind the gacha though.
Oh yeah, they're not story given.
You only get the one.
The one
Oh,
guy,
the
the ice
guy,
guy,
yeah.
right?
The ice guy,
Best
Yeah.
boy.
Kaya, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but what do you guys think of the game in terms of just, I don't know, like, yeah, just your impressions. What are you guys thinking?
It's good. I mean, honestly, it's a lot. It has a similar gameplay loop to like Breath of the Wild, I would say, but like it has a party system in it. So I think combat's like way more interesting because you're like switching characters kind of like in the middle of battle, like on the fly. So you're like combining elements, you're utilizing elements. It's kind of like it's kind of like a rock paper scissors in a sense. So like, oh, this enemy's weak to like ice or whatever, so I'm gonna switch, and then you can combo off. You can switch to a different element in the middle of battle. And then even though like different characters have the same element, they play a little bit differently. So you can choose the one that you like prefer to play with. But then obviously it's still, there's a bit of a gotcha element. So if you don't have that character, you're gonna be like rolling for them, right?
Right.
But I don't mind that. I mean, the game, I mean, to be fair, like it's a free to play game and they have to monetize somehow. And this is how they're doing it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Like if you don't have the character / element which is linked to the character essentially, you kind of want to diversify your party, and I think they all level up separately. Like you don't get experience
they
with them
separate
all.
level separately, and then you can do the gotcha thing where you can pump like items into them basically just to level them up like a lot faster. It's like giving them steroids or something.
I was just imagining that happening to somebody.
They're like shoving like books or something down their throat,
Just
and they level up.
eat,
Yeah.
level. Scott, what about you, man? What are you thinking about it?
I'm really enjoying it as like a single player game mainly. Like I know it's kind of like touted as like a multiplayer sort of thing, but it's definitely like as far as like how it works right now, like I'm just really enjoying it more as single player. I haven't really done much of the multiplayer yet. But I never actually played Breath of the Wild myself, so I can't really like say too strongly like how similar they are. Like I know a lot of people were talking about how it was the people saying it's ripping off or whatever, but I don't know. I'm just really enjoying it. Like the exploration is just like really fun. Like the world design is great. The characters are all like have like fantastic designs and nice like voice acting, especially the Japanese. Like the Japanese voice acting in this game is like phenomenal.
Are you playing in Japanese?
Yeah.
The voice and the text, or just the voices?
Nah, not the text. The text is it's a bunch of tunibyo, like really like
It's a bunch of chunibyo.
like it the all like the like that's like it's kind of like a tangent, but like as an issue with like JRPGs in general, like all like the item names and all the story stuff,
kind of
they're
weird.
all,
Yeah.
they're all super weird stuff that you don't really know.
Have you played a Tales game in Japanese?
No.
It's 100% like that.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like it's like words you'll never use it except inside of RPGs.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like the voice acting is like fantastic in the game. the as far as the combat and stuff goes, like I really like the elemental system a lot more than I thought I would, especially with the way like you can combo off of characters. So it's
Yeah, that's fun,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah. It's like there's something like right now like I really like I don't know. It's kind of like delving into the combat a little bit, but like if you get like ice and electric like comboing off of each other, it's like this huge like defense down thing, like 50%
Oh
like
wow.
damage or like defense down or something like that. It's like really crazy. Um, that being said, if you don't take advantage of that, you're kind of like at a disadvantage. So it's like it really incentivizes having multiple elements and switching characters often and that kind of stuff.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I would say.
It's pretty good. Like as far as like an actiony sort of like MMO light. I mean, I can't even really call it an MMO light. It's just like an action game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. There's definitely some issues because it has been designed for cross-platform. Like that, I think like if they really dedicated it to a PC game, they could have made it like
A lot better.
a lot better.
Better.
Yeah.
I definitely have to say, like, for me playing, and I've only played, I'll say like 3 hours, honestly. The one thing that got me, because I wanted to play with the controller, someone was telling me like, oh, you should play with the controller, and then like I tried playing with the controller, and like the menus don't really navigate. Like the menus are made mainly for a mobile device.
It's made for touch.
Yeah, they're made for touch. So I was just like, you know what, let me just play mouse and keyboard, and it works a lot better. But the hard thing is for me, because I'm not as much of a PC gamer, was like switching between characters, which is like mapped to the 1, 2,
numbers,
3, 4, which was kind of hindered me from switching them as fast as I wanted to. But it's nothing you can't get used to, you know.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's no different than switching guns in like Doom. So I'm totally cool with that.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it's exactly like switching guns
in Doom. Yeah.
In Doom.
Yeah.
But like one of the things, and I think Scott was saying this too, was just the voice acting is phenomenal, and on top of that, the music. And I have this game open up while I'm working. I like someone's streaming it essentially. I'm watching it on Twitch. I'm not even caring what they're doing. I just like the music. The music in this game is really good, and I mean, on top of all the other production value and how much content they've put in it, I figure like once you hit is max 26, like adventure rank 26, like the game
That's
would
like
kind
30. I think people have hit 30 or something.
Yeah, I think 30 is the max
yeah. People are still going, and there's still so much single player story content that it's kind of like I'm really shocked that they put all of this into a free. It's essentially a free JRPG at that point. You know what I mean? With a really good production, really good story, and good characters. Like all the character designs, like you said. Like I haven't found anyone that I'm just like I don't like this character. They all look good, and I think if you like anime games or if you like anime, you should get on it. I'm just saying, you should get on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's free to play. You have nothing to lose. I mean, there's a little bit of a controversy on the PC version, at least at launch, because the anti-cheat was kind of weird, but it's patched now. But yeah, no, you have nothing to lose. Like most people listening to this podcast have, I don't know, phones, so it's on that. So it's just
it is. You can play
as long as you have the space for it, you can download it. I actually had a problem on my phone because I wanted to try out the cross save, or I wanted to just play in bed basically. So I downloaded it on my phone, and then I also had to go and I had to update Arknights, which is like a different mobile game.
Okay.
But Genshin Impact like is so large, it's like 8 gigs or something, that like Arknights, like the App Store was just like, there's no space on your phone for Arknights. And I was like, wait, really? Oh shit. So I had to delete I deleted like Tales of Cristoria. I'm like, I'm not playing this, so I just deleted that.
But how did you? So I'm assuming you did play it. How was it compared to playing it on PC? Was it pretty much just like swap it? Easy to play?
I mean, it's pretty cool because it like literally you just start off like where you last were, and the menu more or less is exactly the same. You're just navigating it by touch now.
Okay.
And obviously they have to change the controls. So like the big button, I guess, in the middle is attack.
Okay.
And then kind of below that to the right a little bit is dodge or sprint, and then above that is jump, and then your skills are elsewhere. But it is the same game, but you're just going to be running into like performance issues. You'll get stuttering every now and then, and by every now and then I mean like you'll get constant stuttering.
Yeah.
but I'm like,
whenever you use a skill.
Phone.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like
yeah.
I have an iPhone 10s, which I know is not the newest phone, but it's still not that old. And I would say like the majority of of people out there in
Have
the world,
iPhones.
No, don't have like that new of a phone. I think a lot of people are still using older devices, or they're buying. Even if they bought a phone recently, they may have purchased like a budget phone, like a phone that's a little bit underpowered, right? Just for the balance of price and performance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
like
not
me.
buying like a gaming phone or
So
anything
yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
So I don't think you've tried it on mobile, right? But
No. I don't play any games on mobile because I know they just don't work. Like I can't even play rhythm games on my phone. They just
yeah, like
don't sync up right.
I'm getting stuttering on my device, which is a 10s. I don't know, Scott. I don't know if did you try it on mobile or what?
Yeah, I was getting stuttering on it too. I got the SE.
He's probably
like
doing the
like
push to talk thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, yeah, like I played it some. I have the most recent SE, like the newest
Yeah.
one, and like
How
even
is
with that,
even
like
with that?
yeah,
Okay.
I was still getting stuttering. Like I mean, you probably have to mess around with
with the settings,
the
I
graphics.
guess.
Yeah, I forget what I put the graphics setting on, but even like when using skills or something like that, I think it was like still kind of stuttery. Like,
Yeah.
cause they really do not skimp on the like effects in this game, especially when like you're using like some of the like the ultimate skills.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the effects, like you said, I know for me, I noticed like there's not a lot of motion blur or anything like that, and that's not that bad of a heavy effect, but let's just like a lot of the little particles and just like just a lot of little subtle things that are happening, and like I said, the game's just pretty insane on that level for what we're getting in a free to play game. But I mean, is there anything that you want to see changed going forward, or any type of I don't know, just improvements that you're looking forward to seeing down the line?
Too late now, but I want them to like just make it like a really good on PC. I mean, that's because I'm like a PC gamer, but I have to understand. Like I understand that like they're going for a really big like market here, like most possible players.
Mm-hmm.
And even though like I do have performance issues on the mobile version, I still think that it's a really cool thing that this game is existing as is on a mobile device. I could just never have to stop playing. I can be like, I'm done for the day, crawl into bed, and be like, okay, maybe I'll do a dungeon, or I'm gonna like go on the train. I'm meeting a friend in Tokyo. I can still play on the train. Like nothing is stopping me from stopping, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. In the same way of like how you play a Switch. You know, you take it here and you go there, but it's just super freeing. And this is like one of the only, I think, really mobile games that's ever really done this. I mean, Scott, what about you? What are you thinking in terms of improvements that you want to see down the line?
My biggest gripe with it right now, I think, is probably the multiplayer experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the multiplayer that you can actually do is like the sort of instance content. Like you can like the dungeons and that kind of stuff. I mean, you can definitely join somebody else's world
Okay.
and just kind of run around with them, but you don't really get rewarded for it. Like if you find treasure chests, like you can't open them and that kind of stuff, or
Hmm.
it's just kind of limiting in the sort of like rewards you can get by playing multiplayer, so it doesn't really incentivize you too much
Okay.
to actually play the multiplayer like for open world stuff.
Right. Right.
I would definitely like to see more of that, like more incentive for actually more rewards for actually like doing that, you know? Because I mean like for the longevity of like any game, really like multiplayer helps like so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I agree. And I think the life of this game depends on the content that comes next year and the year after that and the year after
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
how are they
definitely.
going to keep people playing, right? Because once you're done
Yeah.
the story, what are you doing? You're probably doing like the extra end game content, right? But what percentage of players are going
Yeah.
to do that?
Mm-hmm.
So for the casual players, they need those people to come back and how they're going to do it, right?
Yeah. Like I mean, if you can release new characters for you to grind up and that kind of stuff, but like I mean, as far as content goes, you'll still be doing like the same sort of stuff, I guess, to do that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like if you're gonna like really multiplayer, I really hope they like sort of add more onto it. Um, also like a lot of the menus are definitely optimized for touch, so
Mm-hmm.
like I really want them to fix
just
that.
just be like, yo, can you please don't do this to me? Can I get like
Yeah.
a separate interface for me?
Well, like the biggest issue I have is key binding, man. Like if you could key bind food or key bind like party swapping, because like
That'd be
right
cool.
now,
Yeah, that'd be
if
cool.
That's
if you
right.
want to like sometimes when you're exploring the open world, say for instance you have like a fire, an ice, an electric, and something else,
Mm-hmm.
like you'll be exploring the open world and you'll come across like something that requires like wind or something
Okay.
or just a different element you don't have equipped right now. So you have to go into this party menu that's kind of like, then you quick swap and then you choose the character and then you return back, and it's like it's really really just not
Mm,
intuitive
mm.
for like on the fly swapping. Yeah, so like definitely improvements there would really help like the gameplay experience, I think.
That would be really interesting if they could do something where, because like I noticed that too, that there's no, even for console, there's no way to like rebind your keys to kind of make things easier. But some way of like, because I think that you can make loadouts for characters, but just quick swapping loadouts for characters of characters. There we go. Quick swapping character loadouts would be kind of cool, like you said, so you can just access those elements that you don't have on the fly and just kind of change those up. That
Yeah.
would be kind of a cool thing, I think.
Yeah, it's just super annoying to be running around. You find something and you're like, oh god, I gotta switch my character again.
Because the game is really, like I said, it's really beautiful. I'm talking from a super basic level, and for me, I just like looking at it and how can I say, like, I like just running around in the world, listening to the music and running around, and that's really on a base level. Like, I'm not fighting. For me, I haven't made it to a point where I can find the combat super engaging. It's fun, but you know, you guys are at a point where you can really get into the nitty and gritty of the combat. So for me, I'm like enjoying on a basic level, and I'm just like, yeah, let me keep running around. Let me keep on doing this. Um,
But yeah, I think that really shows like you don't have to be like hardcore into this game. It can be just like kind of like a casual, like you hop on and play for a little bit,
mhm, mhm.
go look at something cool and then turn it off and come back later sort of thing.
So I guess my last question for you guys is: do you think you're going to stick with it? And I guess like from all of us, I'd assume that we all recommend it. But for if there's anyone who's going to be starting the game, do you have any like tips for them for getting into it? Things that they maybe should do or not do?
I don't know. I mean, I'll play it for sure. I mean, it's free to play, and I haven't invested any money into it. I don't know if I
Yeah.
will. I might. I feel like I have a general rule for free to play games. If I played like more than 100 hours, and I think you deserve at least a little bit of money. So
Mm,
we'll
Yeah.
see. But I'll play it. Like it's easy to come in and come like jump in and maybe not be so committed
mhm.
and then leave. So I'll keep it installed on my devices. I don't have any like advice really. I mean, other than just I don't know. Actually, I don't have any advice really for anyone. Just explore, I guess. Take
It's
your
like,
time. Yeah.
yeah, take your time. That's my advice. Take your time. Enjoy the content until some new content comes out.
Mhm.
Scott, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I plan on playing it for a little while. The biggest thing for me is that'll like decide if I really keep going with it. I think would be like the multiplayer. If
Mhm.
like I want to try it out a little bit more to see how fun it is. Um, and I mean, of course, like new characters being released are nice and that kind of stuff. But like, I don't necessarily say that like think that new characters being released through gacha are like new content.
Mm,
So like
mm.
unless the characters come with actual like content like dungeons or like new areas to explore, then
Okay.
it'll be
Mm.
hard to keep going.
Uh,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
continue.
yeah. And as far as like for like things for new people, save like your wishes. Like the gacha thing is for groups of 10 because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Do that.
that's my one piece of advice because like if you do it in like batches of 10, I think you're like guaranteed to get at least one 4-star plus.
Okay.
Yeah, so save your gachas for groups of 10.
It's
But
also way more fun to do a 10
yeah,
roll than it is
yeah,
for
it's so
one roll.
disappointing.
You get like, 'cause I love like having like like all the shiny like comments come out and you're like, there we go. And it's more, I don't know, it's more fun that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
I gotta say, like, I don't know if anyone else did it and I don't know if I'll get to redo it when I make another, not account, but switch to another server. But because like I did my roles and I was just like, okay, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? And then like I got like 9 weapons in one character, and I was just like, what the heck? What is? I'll take like
Yeah.
6 of the same character over just 9 weapons. I just felt so down after that. I was
That's
like,
how
what
that's
the
how it is
heck?
for these
Yeah,
games. I don't know if you guys
that's
play
gotcha, man.
FGO or whatever, but like when you're doing a role for in FGO, you're like you want a character, but a lot of the time you're just getting craft essences, and that shit no one wants.
Yeah.
It's like you just shot me. You just shot me with all those weapons, like and just chopped my head off. I don't know. I felt so bad. So, I will say, like on the multiplayer side, if you know where your friends are going to be playing, be sure to make your character account on that server, whether that's
Yeah,
US
yeah.
or Asia. And I think I don't know if the other one's Europe or whatever, but there's another one, and I think they're going to be adding another server, is what I heard.
I
But
think
just
it's
be
like
sure,
4 right now, maybe. I'm not sure.
right? So just be sure to make sure you're all on the same server, because your character's not going to come like transfer over. So.
Yeah, that's typical MMO kind of
Hey
whatever.
man, this is hitting everybody. I was actually watching a streamer who just plays Apex, like straight up plays Apex, and they're trying to branch out into some other games, and they're like, oh, let me see what this Genshin Impact that everyone's been playing is all about. You know, I love Breath of the Wild and everything, so is this person's playing, and I'm just like, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm glad you're playing this game. And he's like, am I gonna stick with this? I'm like, I don't know. If you can make it past the first cutscene, that'll determine everything. If you can make it past that, it's a super anime. Anyways. We love our anime. But I do want to ask one quick question, and this comes with Blue Protocol because I'm still waiting for Blue Protocol, and I don't know if that game's coming out in the West or not, but that's still the one that I'm, for some reason, even though the combat is not as actiony and it's still an MMO, or it's an MMO, I don't know what it is about that one that has me still like, I kind of still want to play it. Are you guys thinking that you might still kind of hop on that? And I know that this is way down the line. There's not even a release date for this game, but is Blue Protocol still in your head?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's free to play, so like, there's no reason not to try it.
Did they confirm it was free to play?
I think so. Yeah, like right. There's gonna be like a battle pass and like a
Okay, yeah. I
cash
mean,
shop?
I figured they would be free. I don't, well, at the time, at least when the beta came out, I don't think they had announced anything. But I had my suspicions because in the closed beta, there was like the special glory coins, which were not they weren't like normal currency, and you could only earn glory coins like doing certain things. And I'm like, they will probably monetize glory coins, but that was a closed beta at the time. So, but yeah, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, the game's kind of gone super dark. I don't know. I've followed them on Twitter, but I haven't seen any.
There was like
tweets or
a
anything.
game developers kind of conference in the summertime where they were showing off a bunch of tech for Blue Protocol. They're like, here's how we made our cutscenes look so good, or here's why we made our main character have spoken lines, or something like that. And I'm like, that's really cool, but just put the game out.
Just give us,
it's cool. I want to play it. Yeah.
Give us what we want.
Yeah, it definitely seems that like in sort of a heads down like tour, like let's just do a bunch of like development right now.
Yeah.
Like they're just like probably designing a ton of content and like improvements is what I'd imagine.
Yeah, we hope that that's the case. And
Yeah.
like I said, so that's a game. If you haven't heard of Blue Protocol, just go look it up online. Go look up some YouTube videos. And I'm not gonna say it's like super 100% like the same or anything like that. It's just if you like your anime games, that's another one that's on the list to look out for, as well as Scarlet. Why did I want to say Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, that's a game. I'll play that one. Sure.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what is that?
So funny.
Scarlet Nexus. There we go.
Scarlett Johansson
Scarlet
on the
Johansson.
Xbox One Series X. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I unlocked my phone. I was in the middle of a game. Anyways.
Oh no, I thought you just like Scarlett Johansson crossed your mind again, and you were like,
No. I unlocked my phone. I'm in the middle of a different mobile game, so I don't have it picked up on microphone.
Oh man. Well, speaking of not Scarlett Johansson, but I guess actors, Mila Djokovic. Not Djokovic. Why do I want to call her a golf? Anyways.
Oh yeah. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah. So Monster Hunter, the trailer, they had like a movie thing with the Black Diablos.
Did you see the
No,
did you see
I
the
haven't
teaser?
seen it yet.
Oh,
I need
man, you
to
gotta
watch
see
it.
You have to see it. It's so
You
bad.
have to see it.
I mean, it's so bad, like Power Glove bad, where it's really good.
No, it was actually good. I thought it was actually kind of decent. Like,
Nah, I'm kidding. It's bad.
I mean, I didn't know T.I. was in the movie, so that threw me off. I was like, T.I., what you doing in this movie? It's like,
Wait.
Do you know
Yes,
the premise at all for the Monster Hunter movie?
They get like transported to like
Yeah. So it's like
right?
a military squad that gets transported to the Monster Hunter world. So
Cool.
they
Yeah.
have like guns and shit.
But then I guess they realized that they can't use the guns because apparently a heavy bow gun is probably a better weapon than their Gatling gun. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
for some reason,
for some reason.
it won't work. So they have to go and get craft swords and stuff. But yeah.
It's so weird. But I don't know. The cast is actually. I mean, like, so you got your homegirl who's in our favorite Resident Evil movies. Mila Jovovich. There we go. And I don't know why T.I.'s in the movie, but T.I.'s there as well. And who else is Tony Jaa is up in the movie, so it's gonna be some pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
martial arts.
he's the Monster Hunter.
The Monster Hunter. Wait,
I'm pretty sure that's his character's name. Yeah, he's like the Monster Hunter that he teaches her how to hunt monsters, and then she drops her gun. She uses her. She's like, oh, my pew pew gun's not gonna work in this world. Better learn how to swing a sword with this guy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not making this up. Like, this is the story.
Anyways, they yeah, Scott, when you see this trailer, you're just gonna see a black Diablo just come up out the ground, and they're just like, "What do we do against this?" But I gotta say, the Diablos looks good though.
It does look good. It does look pretty good. Yeah, I mean the monster designs are already really good, so they don't have to do any work in that sense.
Hopefully we just get to see one thing. I'm looking forward to them running around and drinking like a potion, but running around the same way like Monster Hunter characters run around.
Oh, with the high knee kind of run.
Yes, I want someone to do it. Someone better be doing it.
Someone just in the middle of a fight, you just whip out the little barbecue.
Oh,
yeah, the sharpening stone, the whetstone.
Yeah,
we still haven't seen like any palicos in the trailer, or just like, or in general they haven't mentioned them. But I hope that they make the palicos really cute.
Just like
the
full Sonic CG.
Yes. I want it to be awesomely horrible, but in the best way. I'm still looking for it. Apparently, the game, or not the game, but the movie is scheduled to come out in theaters in December. Like,
wait, this December?
This December.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How does that work? Fast and Furious is delayed till 2021, and Monster Hunter comes out this year.
No one knows. I was looking at the story and I was just like, wait a minute, hold up, this doesn't make any sense. Because so I mean, even James Bond got pushed back, and then I think one of the cinemas, one of the chains decided to just like close all their cinemas worldwide, pretty much, because there's just no one who's going to be going to the movies. They're not going to make their money back. So. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's December 2020.
I don't know why.
That's crazy, dude.
Hey, they believe that we'll go. Us Monster Hunter fans, we're there.
Are you gonna watch it?
Not in theaters. I'll watch it though. You put it on Netflix, I'll watch it.
Oh wait, the movie was supposed to come out September 4th, so it should have come out a month ago, but it got delayed.
Yeah, to April, I think, and then they've apparently finished it up faster, so now it's coming out in December.
Cool, that's exciting.
Yeah, we got things to look forward to. But I don't know. Scott, are you still playing Monster Hunter? Because we just had that new Fatalis update that just dropped.
Nah, like all of my time is Genshin right now, man. Like, yeah, I haven't played like the most recent update for it.
It's on sale right now, and I mean I have it already, but it's like PC.
What, Iceborne or like?
Yeah,
or...
both of them. You can get the whole collection for like $40, I think, $40 or $50.
Oh, it's not bad.
On Steam, and I was like, oh man, I guess I could, and then I guess we could all play together. I don't know, is that something? But I was watching that Fatalis fight, and it was amazing. I've never wanted to go back and play Monster Hunter so badly. I was just like, they did a really good job. I mean, they just did a really good job. I don't know. That's what I was doing. Over the weekend, was just watching streamers play that and just continuously doing it. But then, of course, we also got the Apex aftermarket event that's going to be starting on the 6th. So at the time of this podcast, you'll be able to get your crossplay on and also get some pretty cool outfits. I got to say, Caustic's heirloom, there we go, looks amazing. Caustic as a clown with a suit, I'm calling him the pimp clown. That man looked like a G. I got to get it. Alex, you gonna get anything from this event? Are you gonna buy money? Because I might buy some Apex coins, and I might buy a skin. I might do it.
I have, other than the battle pass, other than like the season 3 battle pass, I have put in no money into Apex.
I think they finally got me though. I think this is it.
You want the skin? You want the skin that bad?
I want this. I want the skin and the heirloom. And I forgot how much those heirlooms cost.
I mean, when you play as your character, you don't see your own skin, so I kind of don't care.
But I want everyone to see me, and I want them to see me activate. And I can see myself holding this little weird gas-like Caustic pimp cane. I don't know what it is.
You can see the hands. You got the hands showing up.
Exactly. I can see how awesome it is. I'll just be looking at it, and there's people like, aren't you supposed to be fighting? Like, nah, I'm admiring this thing I bought for like $30. Gosh,
didn't they have a third person event at one point?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be for when they bring that back.
That's what exactly. Scott's right. I'm paying for the future.
Okay.
Well, I guess. Anyways, crossplay is going to be coming in. Crossplay, quote unquote, beta. It's a beta, but just letting everyone know that it is enabled already when you download the update. So if you don't want it, turn it off. This means that PS4, Xbox One, and Origin, and in the future Steam players can all play together, but you can choose to turn it off. If not, PS4, like console players will be grouped into lobbies with console players. But if they have a PC person come into your party, you'll go into the PC lobby. So
right. So by default, if you're playing just without friends and you're on like PC, you're only ever gonna play on PC. So there's no change for you.
Correct.
But then if you have a friend who's like, oh, I only have it on PS4, then like when you invite them, you end up in PC lobbies. Your friends are just like, your friend is now playing against PC players. So
exactly.
Yeah. Is there like aimbot or like automatic like aim assist or whatever for the console versions?
Yeah, there's aim assist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You still get it. Oh, by the way, if you plug in a controller on the PC version, you still get aim assist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no change for you in that regard. The only change is now who you're playing against, which is people who presumably are using keyboard and mouse.
Right. And I don't know. I always play on pad on controller, so I don't know. I don't think that I'm ever at a disadvantage, but I don't ever feel like I'm at an advantage. But that's also due to my skill level. I don't know what some crazy people do. Like Scott, I don't know. Did you play Spellbreak?
Spellbreak? No, I haven't tried that yet.
Bro, the aim assist in that game for controller is OP. It's like getting a lock. It's like automatic lock on to the point where the developers in the first patch are like, we have to change.
Turn it down.
We have to turn it down. And I was watching. I was listening to a friend who was watching the dev stream it, and the dev was like, "Let me show you how OP this is," and turned on turned on the aim assist and set it up a certain way to where literally he just didn't miss. And I'm like, why would you think this is a good idea in your game?
Bad balance. Yeah, that's insane.
No,
that's funny.
The game itself was a lot of fun, but a lot of people have a similar issue of I can't hit anything. But then there are moments where I just get hit bombardedly, 1, 2, 3, game over kind of style. So, anyways, that game happened. And then I guess kind of closing out with some news. I don't know if anyone is playing Star Wars Squadrons, but it did release. I was excited about it. Still looks good.
That game came out.
Yeah. Is anyone gonna grab it?
It looks cool, but it's not really like the sort of game I go for.
It's kind of, I mean, it's still really super flight simmy-ish, kind of arcade flight sim, mid-ground balance on that, but it's only $40, which makes me kind of want to grab it. I really want to try it in VR. Ever since seeing the Oculus 2, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to buy an Oculus 2, but I need a Switch.
Wait, so you can only get one or the other?
Yeah, I feel like in life I can only get one or the other, a Switch or an Oculus 2.
Well, you got Rise coming up next year. What is it, like next March?
Yes. Is it March or April? Yeah, March.
Yeah. So
Scott, are you telling me you're going to be on Monster Hunter Rise and you want to play Rise?
Oh, you don't have a Switch, right?
I don't have a Switch, but I'm going to buy one for it. Like
I don't know why you haven't bought a Switch already. There's already a bunch of good games for the Switch that you could be playing.
Yeah, I know, but like I feel like they're going to be releasing probably something new soon. Like
a new version of the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, like a Switch Pro?
They already did the mid-cycle refresh with the more efficient CPU.
But we don't have a better GPU.
I guess not, but what would we want? What would
Monster
you want?
Hunter to run with solid frame rate, that's all.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
That's all I guess. I don't know. I think that's it. But yeah, I guess Monster Hunter Rise looks good. We already talked about that, but it looks good. And Cyberpunk going gold. So I guess if was it November? When does that game come out? November 20th? 17th?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Just in time to play on an Xbox Series X.
Or S.
Or the S. Or a PS5 if you have one. If you get one, man.
If everyone... Scott, did you reserve a next gen? Are you going to reserve your next gen console?
Oh, no, I'm not even buying one. I don't think.
I bought a 3080, which is 2 PS5s.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for that. That's gonna be my next gen.
Yeah.
I'll buy a 3080.
You bought the more efficient. The more efficient option. But you said so you bought the 3080, and we talked about these cards on a couple shows back. When's it coming again?
Well, my estimate, it says 1 to 2 months, so anytime between the end of this month and beginning of December. So I mean, I'll get it eventually, hopefully, and then I can upgrade my PC.
Because they've been selling out instantly, right?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is demand is much, much, much higher than they initially expected. So there was a statement like a month ago when the cards launched, but they were like, we produce basically the same amount of launch like quantity that we typically would for a product launch. So like the 20 series, they kind of produce the same amount, but just like the demand for the 30 series was so high, they did not expect the cards to be selling that quickly, so they just like sold out. And scalper bots kind of messed everything up.
How
Yeah.
would they not expect something that literally is like got them this excited? Like, would they knew people would be super excited? Like, this is some like game changing stuff.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't think that many people were like, I'm going to get a 30, 80. Maybe they assumed people were going to go for a 30, 70 or something like that. Which is crazy, by the way, because like when you think about it, I think generally for most people, the 3070 is a better buy. If you're going to be getting into PC gaming, 3070 will treat you very, very, very well. You'll easily be able to get like 1440p at moderately high frame rates, like easily 770 and above. So
have they announced the price for it yet?
Sorry, what?
Have they announced a price for the
3070?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $499 or something. It's like really competitive.
That's like
it's like
so,
really
so,
good.
Yeah.
So like for most people, the 3070 is the card to get. So I think there'd be more demand for the 3070. And if the 3080 was struggling that hard at launch and continues to struggle, who knows what the 3070 will be like? I think like also on the weekend though, like they announced that they're delaying the 3070 until the end of October. And
Really?
Reddit like theorists think there's two reasons for this. One of them is to get more demand, like more quantity for the launch because they think it will sell out. And the second one is actually AMD is launching. Will be announcing their own GPUs around that time.
Okay.
So if NVIDIA delays the 3070 to after AMD's announcement, AMD won't be able to draw comparisons between their new card and 3070.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that too. But Scott, are you gonna get either one of these cards, or do you have like a preference when it comes to like
I'm gonna get
AMD
I'm gonna get a 3080 probably, but I just don't know when yet. And like as far as like AMD Nvidia goes, I don't know. I don't really like the sort of like I don't want to say it's like monopoly that Nvidia has, but it's like they're yeah. I want AMD to do well. Like I want their cards to be like super competitive, just because I think that's better like as a consumer. But I think at least for this round, I'll probably stick with NVIDIA.
I think part of the reason why we got the mid-cycle refresh for the 20 series, the Super Series, is I think because of AMD actually.
Yeah.
Because their cards, when AMD launched their cards, the 5000 series, they were really good, and then NVIDIA had to like respond either by cutting their prices or doing something else, and they didn't have the 30 series ready. So yeah, I think they cut the prices of the non-super cards and then released the super cards. So
yeah,
kind of messed up like this SKU really, because now there's so many NVIDIA cards. But yeah,
I definitely think on my next like full system upgrade with like talking like CPU and GPU as well, I'll probably end up just going full AMD, because I still have an Intel processor right now, but next time
full AMD.
Yeah, probably AMD processor and AMD card maybe.
I think for me, like NVIDIA is still a better value proposition, just because like of the extra tools you get with an NVIDIA card. So you get DLSS, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, DLSS is going to be hard to like contend with.
Yeah, unless AMD has something in the, but we don't know yet. But like DLSS, and then NVIDIA also has like Shadowplay, like the whole Shadowplay suite of tools.
Yeah.
And their video encoder, NV encoder, which is like amazing if you're going to be doing any kind of content creation. If you're going to be streaming, it has like basically zero overhead, so you can just be encoding video in the background of your game and not have a frame rate penalty, which is incredible. And that's why I would go NVIDIA even now.
Yeah, those are some pretty valid points. Yeah, like I'm not personally like really into the content creation or like sort of streaming stuff, so I don't really use like anything outside of like Afterburner.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually a pretty good like selling point for NVIDIA at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I know the cards honestly they can be pretty pricey, but I still feel like just even having that encoder is so valuable.
which is something that, I've been thinking of. And I mean, Alex have talked about this off the podcast, but just like, or, when I do upgrade my graphics card, like what do I want to get? Part of me will definitely wants to get the 3080, but like he was saying, like the 3070 at the value and what I'm actually getting, and it's going to be doing everything pretty much top of the line. It's something that I really want to look into, but for the notes of streaming, since, I do streaming as well, that's something that I would really, because I've had streams where like frame rate has dropped, like gone down to like super choppy, like frozen mode almost.
Yeah, like 85% drop frames or something.
I just call that choppy tricks. But yeah, so like that's a huge value for me in terms of choosing which one I want to go with. But it's really nice, like Scott was saying, to have both of them being strong and, have it your way, whichever way you want to go. You still come out a winner. That's the best thing of any type of consumerism right there. And speaking of consumerism and winning, apparently, I don't know if this is a winning thing or not, but PS5 button is X means yes. X to
worldwide?
confirm. Yeah, worldwide. Press X to yes.
So a lot
really?
of like any of our listeners who are outside of Asia probably don't understand why this is a big deal, because it is X to confirm outside of Asia. But like in Asia, for a PlayStation console, circle is confirm and X is cancel, and that's how it's been since the very, 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 very beginning, right? Yeah. Even now, but for the PS5, yeah,
just gonna screw over a lot of people's muscle memory.
Yeah. So for the PS5, they announced that every single PS5 in the world will have X to confirm and circle to cancel. So this affects nobody outside of Asia, but this affects everybody
in Asia.
In Asia.
This is like we were targeted indirectly.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, if it would be like Nintendo was like, surprise bitches, B is confirmed now. And why? Yeah.
It was like, why? Oh, wait, it was always A. I mean, I get the same feeling because when I bought my Japanese PS3, or PS4, it was circled to confirm, and like, they came out with an update that allowed you to change that to be X if you wanted to. Yeah. But I never did, and so I'm used to
yeah,
circle.
me too. I prefer circle to confirm now. It actually got to the point where when I play a game on PC, I switch them. I make circle confirm. Circle? Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's good when you can do that, but in terms of like in-app purchases, and this is the only time it really affects me on PlayStation, is if I'm in like Apex and I want to buy a battle pass or something, and not directly from the PS Store, it goes into that in-store browser. It switches it to X.
Yeah, the American one. Yeah.
Yeah, X is okay, and then like I end up opening it, closing it, opening it again, and then being like, okay, I have to remember this is the way I have to press X from now on. So I guess it does away with that, but still, I'm gonna.
What about you, Scott? Are you used to circle to confirm or what?
I really don't know. Like, I haven't really played too much on Japanese PS that much. So I mean I'm just pretty used to like the default. Like, what is it, X?
So the bottom button.
Yeah, the bottom button.
Because like Nintendo uses A to confirm, and Nintendo's A is on the right side. So if you're in Japan and you have a Switch and a PS4 or a 3DS or anything that's not Microsoft, basically, your confirm button is always the right button. But then now they're switching it. So,
but I guess that's like, I was gonna say, is that like a cultural thing? Because like in Japan, like it's circle is okay, X is no. But in the West, we don't really have like circle, right? It's always just press. It's always like X is like marks the spot, right? X is yes.
Is that why it is? Like,
is that why?
Why do you think that's actually? I don't know. Like, why is it that when PlayStation went over to, left Asia really? Why did they switch it? Like, why did they do like, X? Is it because of X marks the spot, or like, why?
We're all thinking right now.
Scott,
do you have anything on this? Because I
have no idea.
I just feel like there was no reason to change them, and they did, and they're like, well, now we gotta commit to it. 25 years later or whatever, we gotta stick to it.
I can't think of, because like if we put like a check mark in a box, right? You either put a check mark or an X, but you never really circle it. But in Japan, you always circle.
You would circle it.
It's always circle. Even for like, well, I guess test on both ways. You're always gonna fill in the blank or fill in like the little bubble or whatever. But in Japan, you still have the option to circle the bubble, whereas in America, you're always gonna like fill it in. So you're like, it's always filling in something or putting X in it. I don't know. Maybe that was it. I have no clue.
Well, I don't know because like the Super Nintendo was out before the PlayStation, right? And the Super Nintendo has the layout where confirm is A, which is on the right side. So if we're going by like existing controllers that were there already, Super Nintendo had confirm on the right side, and then the PlayStation came out afterwards. And had they just not changed it, it would have matched Nintendo's layout. It would have become basically a gaming standard, right?
You think that could be it? That could be like straight up it. Who knows?
Well, but then they just changed it just outside of Asia. So they're like, okay, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. Anyways,
this is legit a mystery. If anyone wants to leave a message and just let us know, it could be on Twitter or just through voicemail. Listen, if you find this out, let us know because we're curious.
I just feel like they didn't need to change the
status
buttons.
quo. They didn't need to change it. Sony, why you do it? Why you do it, Sony? Messing up life for all of us. And then finally, I guess closing the show out. It is, I think, last Saturday on the 20. What day was it? It was like October 3rd. I think is like the 25th year anniversary for Evangelion. For the anime. So if you're an anime fan and you love your Evangelion, you should be celebrating because life is just as bad now as it looks like it in the Eva. Wait, not as bad. We're not there yet. We're getting there.
Are you sure?
As long as I guess if I end up deciding to go pat myself, P3 style, I'll be there. That was dark. Like Ava. I never got into Ava. Like I watched it, but I just never could understand like why it just became the way it. Like everyone just loves. I feel like everyone loves Ava, but it's such a depressing series.
Have you seen the movies?
I don't want to see the movies. I feel like
I haven't watched them yet.
I feel like it's even worse. Scott, you said you haven't watched them.
Mm-mm. Well, I remember watching the original series back when I was like an edgy teenager or something. So I think that's why I kind of liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
an edgy teenager.
Well, I mean, like I feel like that's why it appealed to a lot of people. I don't know.
Just came out at a good time.
Yeah, it came out at like a really good time, I think.
If you can relate yourself to Shinji, then maybe that's it. I don't know. Alex, I don't know. Are you an Eva fan, or did you like watching Eva after you watched it?
I mean, I've only seen the first like 2 movies, and they're good. They're fine. I think that I like the theme songs because they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're fine. It's fine. I haven't seen the series. It's a good anime, I guess. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I'm just so like I'm not a fan, but I'm not like saying it's bad or anything. I just haven't committed to watching it. But, I know, yeah. Congratulations to Evangelion for 25 years. That's pretty chill. I mean, you are about as old as the PlayStation buttons being circled to confirm in Asia, so
And there's the fact of the day. Ava is as old as the PlayStation button confirming with the button press. If you're looking forward to seeing that, apparently G-Kids picked up the rights for that and will be publishing on Blu-ray and in digital sometime in 2021. But if you want to get it now, you can just go watch it on Netflix with your dub and sub or however you want to do it. Just don't get depressed. Stay hopeful. It's all good. Life's good, everybody. And with that,
is it? Is it though?
Is this what we're ending on?
And this is how we ended the podcast, just like this.
Roll the ending right there. Is it good though? And then
is it good though?
Just roll it right there. It's so funny.
Oh man. Well, as always, everyone, thanks for joining us. Like I said, Scott, thank you for joining us too, man. We had a great time with you on the show, and you're always welcome back in the third chair.
Yeah, it was nice being here. Well, if you want to talk more MMO news or anything like that, just let me know.
We'll call you back. Yeah,
for
Blue Protocol's public launch.
Yeah.
When that comes out one day.
Man, this is really living. This is like ending on a bunch of questions. Like,
you should tweet them right now and be like, "Hey, when the game coming?"
Actually, yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna do it. Everybody, I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
I'm gonna ask them when is the game coming out.
But don't do it in Japanese. Be like game when. English? Just type in game when.
Game when.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like game TBA. I'm like, okay, gotcha. I'll see that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that as an experiment. What's the worst that can happen? If they answer, that means we're on their name list.
If they
We're
don't
on-
answer, yeah, I mean, they'll probably just ignore you, but
Yeah, it's nothing to lose. It's like free to play, nothing to lose.
sure.
But yeah, Alex, you got anything to close with?
Did you know that Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare now on PC is over 250 gigabytes to install?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
You'll be waiting forever to play that game.
that's rip. I mean, that's awful. I mean, that's just because of Warzone. I mean, so if you play Call of Duty on PC, hope you have a big hard drive. Anyways, that's what I'm closing out on. Also, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what I have here.
Exploded nut syndrome is a condition indicated by the presence of exploded nuts, which yours are.
Oh, don't explode. Just always. Yeah.
Have a good day, everyone. See you next week. Same time, same place. Make sure you rate us. And make sure you follow us on social media. Until then, though, have a good week. See you guys next time.
You can also follow me on Twitch at NinjaTrix, NinjaTrix, and you can also follow oh boy,
Shameless
Alex Game
plug.
Duck. Yeah,
Shameless plug.
Hey, I'm gonna plug you too. You can follow Alex too. Go look up Root24. It's spelled exactly like root, not R-O-O-T.
Yeah, it's like a potato. Yeah.
ROUTE 24. Go check out some of his streams too. So, everyone, thanks for joining us as well, and we'll see you next week for episode number 54 of the Unknown Games podcast, where we learn to swim. Peace.
New record!